life, know who the hell you are. Know who the hell the corporation you work for is and the volunteer corporation or the volunteer group you work with. It's a great lesson. You know who you are today. You know who we are. Take this lesson. It's an easy lesson. Make sure you know who you are. Let's talk about leadership. This is Camp Elphinstone. All the students involved in leadership went to Camp Elphinstone. The last day they set up to have a picture taken. Look at them, all the AMS people, very proud. I'm getting my picture taken, and I'll be in the UBC. Up there, Steve Whitelaw, Art Stevenson with buckets of water. When the photographer said, cheese, it was our signal to let the water go down the pit. We're going to see this person later. Fuzzy, but I'll get a close-up for that. Leadership also requires things like delegation, finding out who you can delegate to. We had a thing that is apparently now died, the smoker. But we had a smoker when we didn't really call it a smoker, we called it the Great Hymn Sing Evening. And as a side, one year, they said to the professor who said, what's the great hymn? Oh, we get together and sing hymns. Do you have a piano player? No, we don't. I will play the piano for you. He showed up and he started playing, Abide With Me or something like that. Then the interpretive dancer showed up. He left. For sport. The year I was president, we had a smoker, and I delegated it, and the person did a fine job of acquiring a very talented interpretive dancer. She really knew how to interpret. Today, we don't do that, but then it was appropriate. Why? One woman in the whole School of Engineering. So we had our smoker, she interpreted, she left, the beer left, and it was all done. Sciencemen had one person watching this and said, hey, they did a really good job. We'll do the same thing at our smoker. So the sciencemen found the same interpretive dancer at the same hall and drank what was left of our beer, the half bottles. The police heard about our smoker, they're too late, we're gone. They raided the scienceman's smoker. Took the president of science downtown to the slammer. I happened to be in Montreal on a job interview. The phone, they get hold of me. Guess what happened? Well, how do you know that? Because the cops were in the engineering office looking for you, Art. They heard about the smoker. Oh, I got back, no problems, I kept it quiet, this is good, until we needed a liquor license for the engineer's ball. Declined. Oh dear. Called the police and they said, well, you've got to show up with your dean to explain what happened a few weeks ago. Oh, he's sick. Get him down here or there's no liquor license for the engineer's ball. Dean Armstrong, would you go down to the police department with me? We've got to talk about the smoker and a few things that happened there. He came down with me, sat across from a grumpy old captain with a big ruddy face. And the captain said, Dean, do you know what happened at your student's smoker? He said, no, I wasn't there. He described the interpretive dancer's moves. I'm thinking, this is not going well. Can I get expelled for something that happened a few... I mean, he was really lavishing on the... Actually, he wasn't exaggerating at all. It was bad. At the end of the captain's description, Dean Armstrong turned to me, said, "Why wasn't I invited?" There's a lesson to be learned from that you can take through your career, and lessons like that you'll learn as you're involved. Have a mentor. Have someone that will back you up in times of trouble. I kept calling Dean Armstrong all the time when I was in my career, and it didn't work. But you will find somebody you can relate to, like Dean Armstrong, who will have your back. And it was great. And he bailed us out of that. We got our liquor license, and I never drank again. Oh, that's right, my wife's here. She just told me that's not true. So, one last thing about leadership. You never know who you're going to meet that'll help you lead. Here's another picture of Camp Elphinstone. That's Steve Whitelaw. And who's this? Kim Campbell showing engineering president Steve Whitelaw a thing or two. The future Prime Minister of Canada. Steve Whitelaw knew how to attract powerful people. So with that, I'd like to take one more move to tradition. I was just thrilled to hear that we still know how to sing. At least that's what I was told. So let's do two verses of We are, we are, we are, we are, we are the engineers. We can, we can, we can, we can demolish 40 beers. Drink rum, drink rum, drink rum, drink rum, drink rum, and follow us. For we don't give a damn for any old man who don't give a damn for us. Godiva was a lady who threw down a tree and ride to show from all the villagers her lovely bare white hide. The most observant man on earth, an engineer, of course, was the only one who noticed that Godiva rode a horse. Hey! We are, we are, we are, we are, we are the engineers. We can, we can, we can, we can demolish 40 beers. Drink rum, drink rum, drink rum, drink rum, drink